A lot of people think because of the name Coobah that we're a Cuban restaurant, and we are definitely not a traditional Cuban restaurant. The cuisine is Latin-based, Spanish cuisine, Cuban cuisine, Mexican cuisine, Filipino cuisine. All those cuisines have a common thread linking them all, and that's kind of where the inspiration for the cuisine for this restaurant came from. It's a very good romantic restaurant. The dining room is usually pretty dark. We usually have some entertainment, whether it be a DJ or a live band, lots of drinks, and a lot of good food, and the kitchen is open late. A Coobah signature is our stuffed pork tenderloin. It's a pork tenderloin stuffed with coconut, pineapple, bacon, and shrimp. The decor, the music, the lighting is very unique, and it really takes you away to another place. When someone walks away from Coobah, I'd like them to feel that they've been taken care of. That the service was excellent. They were served perhaps some dishes that they've never had before. There's a lot here that's different than any other restaurant in Chicago.
So Byron, you're telling us that Coobah is the perfect balance between fun and food. Tell us why you chose it.
Absolutely. To be completely honest, I love sexy restaurants. Like the ones you walk in and you're like, dang, like it's close and intimate, and the music's kind of loud, but not loud enough. You could still have a conversation. It's an intimate, small location. And the food portions that you're given is something that you have to share, or at least offer to share. And after that, you have a little mojito, and you get a little good time.
So it's like love potion number 9.
Love potion number 9, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, every single person that I've gone with or have taken there realized that when you're walking in, you're sort of walking into a situation where you're going to be around a lot of people. If you sit outside, it's a little different, but if you are inside, winter or summer, you're going to get a little sweaty, a little warm, but it's part of the atmosphere of that Latin kind of feel, which is something that I really, really admire about it.
I didn't know what to expect, and when I saw the menu and began to read the ingredients, I got very excited. I ordered this shredded chicken appetizer, which was delicious with plantains on it. And I typically eat plantains in a different way. I'd never had that before. I love just the atmosphere of the place. It was, you're right, it's really sexy. I didn't know, and it was a rainy night, so it just created a great atmosphere. But
very steamy.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
And you're right. I mean, the place it's dark, it's warm, it's inviting, it kind of embraces and wraps around you. Right. The music is playing, it gets you moving, it gets you tapping. It's a great environment inside. And I had the plantains as well as the appetizer. It was fantastic. The people we were with had the price fix that night, so they started with a salad that also had the jerk chicken on it, which was very good. And interestingly, the waiter had said, who was very helpful and really talked about the restaurant, about all the dishes and made them sound great, said that the price fix, you'll probably get a little slightly smaller portions on the food. They brought out the salad. It was enough for 2 people to share. They brought out the main course, which was a chicken that was prepared, and it was spectacular. The food was great. The spices, the seasonings, the way that they combine everything together was just wonderful.
What are some of your favorites, Byron?
I love the tamales. They had a great selection. They make a few different types. We had the cheese and the burrito, or the cheese and the bean tamale, which was fantastic. But as for the entrees, the Dorado is really great to share with somebody. But really, honestly, it's one of those places that you could go to for anything such as just drinks, just an appetizer and a drink, or you have the full dinner. And I've gone to many occasions where I've just had a mojito or 2 or 4 and have a few of the appetizers, and you leave knowing that it was good. You might not know exactly what you had, but it was a good time, and that's one of the best parts about dining out at that place.
Irene, what about the desserts? Did you have a dessert?
I haven't had the dessert. Okay. No, did you get to try
mojito.
one? That's what happens. Mojito's a little sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, I go for both with that. Yeah.
All right. I did have a dessert, and for a person who doesn't eat dessert, I tell you, I'm eating desserts. And I had a pina colada bread pudding. It was incredible. And the person I was with, I asked him if he wanted dessert. He said no, but he'll have a bite. And he and I ended up fighting over the dessert. But it was incredible.
So Byron, what's the crowd like here? I mean, should I take my girlfriends here for girls' night out, or should I take my husband? Who should go here?
It's a really well-rounded crowd. It's not a family type of restaurant. It's a great, first date, which is the reason why I went the first time. But it's also go out with all of your friends. But yeah, definitely beautiful people, but a well-rounded beautiful people. Good time. People who want to have a good time.
Yes, I agree.
David, what do you think of the decor of the restaurant?
I thought the decor was great. I mean, it was simple. It was inviting. It was warm, like Byron said. It was very warm, and it really brings you into the place. It was a completely different feel from when you go from outside to inside. Outside, you're sitting on the street. You don't notice the street, you don't hear it, but it's a much different atmosphere. You get to see people walking by, and it's a great neighborhood. You know, it's young, it's fun, it's active. Even I felt right at home there. You go inside, and it just, like I said, it embraces you.
So Byron, this is your restaurant, and if you're recommending to somebody, you tell them about the different countries, that are representing the menu, and they say, oh, it's not possible. You can't mix, Cuban food with Mexican food or, South American food. What do you say to them?
I mean,
I didn't get that. What'd you say again?
Fusion is the new black. Like, seriously, mixing different cultures together is what is putting the restaurant on the map, evolving food. That's what we need to do. I don't want to go to the same type of restaurants all the time with the same type of ethnic. Even Mexican food in this country is not real Mexican
I
food.
couldn't agree with you more.
You know?
I think you're absolutely right. And the great part about it is that you feel this blend of diversity, and you want people to be comfortable wherever they are.
Right.
And you certainly feel that in Coobah's. The only thing that they could have done better was to put a dance floor in there somewhere. That music was so great.
Well, we could
The
go
music was
sometime
great.
somewhere
Okay,
else. How
all
about
right,
that?
we could do that.
Well, Byron, Coobah was your selection. Give us a summary.
I think Coobah is the sexy, sultry place that you should go to on a first date or with a good time with your friends.
All right. Cynthia?
I agree with Byron. Coobah is a wonderful, wonderful gym. I loved it, and I'll be back.
All right. David?
If you want to experience food that's unique, that they take flavors from Mexico, Spain, Cuba, and blend flavors and seasonings together to just put together a great dining experience, it's a wonderful place to go to.
Well, you can try the mojitos and more at Coobah, 3423 North Southport Avenue, 773-528-8557. Open for lunch and dinner every day. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $27.